So today we got Spider-Man basic markers set up. Trying to get some extra markers, but fine detail markers are very expensive. If you want to do freehand, I like to start from sketches. That's what I see comic book artists do. And you get more control over your marker when you're doing the outline. Now, that's where I need to change the marker. So you cannot always have a thick marker on your hand. You need to have a variety of markers. But good chance to get some shading. I sign it somewhere. RM Studio. Comics. Winter 2024. That's for the big marker. Now I need to get a detail marker. So I might have to look into getting some of those small markers if I'm doing more comics, because I don't have them available for the dollar store. These are your basic small markers. I will have to look for a couple more. So there is something this way. And if your marker isn't always the same pressure, it's okay. It gives you a variety marks. Loosen up the drawing a little bit. It won't be kind of the same consistency throughout. That could be an option to hold on to the old marker. But I cannot find a super thin marker from the dollar store. And if you're trying to draw freehand, you won't know exactly where things are, so you will need bigger paper to explore freehanded drawing, or do just a portrait. I might do some portraiture down the line. And this is a basic sketchbook. You could glue it into your sketchbook in case if you like drawing loose and the school wants to see your sketching. Just glue it into your sketchbook. So you need to have small enough loose paper, and if you're drawing things bigger, mostly everything's towards digital now, so freehand drawing, you won't make money on it. But for sketchbooks, it's still good to explore, to have at least one sketchbook for your comic book art, and there may be some Disney in there. And follow the contour to get more of the pattern. very lightly sketch some things in. And this does turn because it's part of an animation kind of desk. So you can make something simple like this if you know how to cut a shape out with a jigsaw, but you need something to hold it, and get some kind of board, some kind of plastic. Might have to try to pin it somehow so it doesn't fall in out. But it's kind of hard to do this part. So you could probably buy a cheap board for plywood or something and prop it up to have your light behind, and then cut it out into a square. And that's I bought this off a student a couple years ago, so I got a proper disc animation table on hand. Basic marker drawing. If I don't do any coloring, I do only pencil crayon, so I wouldn't do anything to. I think Spider-Man is red, so one basic color throughout. Scribble in some color here and there. I always like pencil crayon. If you're doing Spider-Man and you do a wrong color, you'll be in trouble. Don't want to make Spider-Man green. But if he has like dark boots, then he should have the proper color on hand for something, or for the face, or for shading or something. But I do enjoy your basic common crayons. So that's what I keep on hand in my little crayon box. So your basic crayons. Sometimes you can find them at the dollar store. Copic markers are really expensive. I never really got to do much of that, but your basic coloring. So it shows some sign of color in there. You could try watercolor, but then you would need watercolor paper. Then you have to transfer the drawing onto your watercolor paper, and then the paper gets pretty expensive. You can buy a watercolor pad, and then just transfer the drawing onto that and do your watercolor. I might try to do some of that down the line. Could be a good explorer for comics to get some color in there. But for now, the basic color I have for myself, just crayon. Thanks for watching. This Spider-Man sketch for the winter, end of the winter, are in the studio. Simple, just Spider-Man form.